Shalom in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Peace in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. This is a video looking at the death penalty in the Torah. And the reason I'm doing this video is because Christians often ask the question about the death penalty. They say, do you stone adulterers, or do you stone witches, or do you stone homosexuals? And this is a video really answering that. It's going to be a two-part video, I think. The first video I'm going to give a context about what the Torah actually says about the death penalty, and then the second video I would like to explain how I, as a citizen of the United Kingdom in the year 2007, how I go about relating to this actual commandment. So I'm going to be reading from Deuteronomy 17 verse 2, where it says, "If there is found among you within any of your towns that Yahweh your God is giving you, a man or woman who does what is evil in the sight of Yahweh your God in transgressing his covenant, and has gone and served other gods and worshipped them, or the sun or the moon, or any of the host of heaven which I have forbidden, and it is told you, and you hear of it," now this is the first thing, "then you shall inquire diligently." So the first thing is that a death penalty, the crime has to be thoroughly investigated first of all, and this is in any of the towns which Yahweh your God is giving you to the Israelites. But see, the point is that there has to be a period of thorough investigation first of all. It's not just a matter of someone is found worshipping an idol, so they have to be stoned to death straight away. No. There has to be a thorough investigation first of all, and this is an investigation that is to involve the community, not just one or two people, but this involves the community. Community leaders are to come together and to investigate this in the various cities and towns. Okay, so after that, if it is true and certain that such an abomination has been done in Israel, then you shall bring out to your gates that man or woman who has done this evil thing, and you shall stone that man or woman to death with stones. The second thing I want to show you is, about this period of investigation which must be gone through first of all before the stoning to death. Verse 6 says, "On the evidence of 2 witnesses or of 3 witnesses, the one who is to die shall be put to death. A person shall not be put to death on the evidence of 1 witness." Now, this is important because it shows you that it's, this is not just a case again of you just kill someone you find committing a sin like idolatry. No, there must be a thorough investigation. There must be at least 2 witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses, and they obviously must be cross-examined. Now let me show you something about what it says here about false witnesses. This is in Deuteronomy 19:16. We're going to go back to Deuteronomy 17 in a second, but in Deuteronomy 19:16 it says, it repeats this point here. We'll start in verse 15. "A single witness shall not suffice against a person for any crime or any wrong in connection with any offense that he has committed." So not just for the death penalty, this is for any crime in the Torah. 1 witness is not enough. Only on the evidence of 2 witnesses or of 3 witnesses shall a charge be established. "If a malicious, that is a lying or false witness, arises to accuse a person of wrongdoing, then both parties to the dispute, that is the witnesses and the person accused, shall appear before Yahweh, before the priests and the judges who are in office in those days. The judges shall inquire diligently, and if the witness is a false witness and has accused his brother falsely, then you shall do to him as he had meant to do to his brother. So you shall purge the evil from your midst." So you see, if someone is found to be a false witness, again after a period of thorough investigation by the Levites, by the judges and the priests, if this person is found to be a false witness, then they are to get the punishment that they were trying to get their brother or sister to suffer. And then it says in verse 20, "And the rest of the people, that is, shall hear and fear, and shall never again commit any such evil among you. Your eye shall not pity. It shall be life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot to foot. So if the person was trying to get, his brother to be to receive 39 lashes, then they shall receive 39 lashes. If the guy was trying to, get the person to be committed, stoned to death for idolatry, then this false witness himself or herself should be stoned to death for being a false witness. So that's another another safety check there, to people who might be thinking of bringing in a false accusation. Beware, because you will be judged according to how you were trying to get your brother to be judged. Now, going back to Deuteronomy 17, we find a little bit more about witnesses. In verse 7, it says, "The hand of the witnesses shall be first against him to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people, so you shall purge the evil from your midst." So the witnesses themselves will be the first people to actually throw the stones in the case of someone being put to death for a crime. That's another thing to bear in mind for those who would be false witnesses. It's not just going to be a case of you tell on someone and they're going to be killed. You're going to tell on them, and then you're going to have to actually yourself be the one to throw the stone. I would think this would even be a bit of a scary thing for a true witness to think, well, gosh, I'm going to actually have to stone this person to death. So just I'm basically just giving you the some details on the procedure for how the death penalty gets enacted. Now, another point is that there is a sort of high court system or a supreme court system set up. In verse 8 of Deuteronomy 17, it says, "If any case arises requiring decision between one kind of homicide and another, one kind of legal right and another, or one kind of assault and another, any case within your towns that is too difficult for you, then you shall arise and go to the place that Yahweh your God will choose. And you shall come to the Levitical priests and to the judge who is in office in those days, and you shall consult them, and they shall declare to you the decision. Then you shall do according to what they declare to you from that place that Yahweh will choose, and you shall be careful to do according to all that they tell you." So what we see with Torah is that the death penalty is to be enacted according to careful investigation, careful looking into the situation. There must be 2 or 3 witnesses. No punishment can be brought about on the basis of only one witness. The local community is to investigate it together, and judges and respected members of the local community are to inquire into it. If it's too hard for them to investigate, then they are to go to what you might call the Supreme Court, or the priests and the Levites and the judge in Jerusalem, and there the decision will be made. If the witness is found to be a false witness, they must be punished according to how they were trying to get their fellow citizen punished. And if the witness is a true witness, then they are to be the first ones to actually cast the stone in the stoning to death of that criminal. So that's a quick look at some of the aspects of the death penalty in Torah. In the second video of this 2-part series, I'd like to just give some thoughts on how I think we should be applying all of this to our lives in countries such as the United Kingdom.